Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Last week in a video, I said that I would really only talk about Infinite Warfare multiplayer if I really felt like I enjoyed it and like I wanted to make the video. Well, this is that video. I don't think it's a secret, and I don't think it's really unpopular at all to think that Infinite Warfare multiplayer is a far subpar Call of Duty, at least in terms of what we as older Call of Duty players have known it. However, with all of its horrible lag, lack of footsteps, bad maps, bad movement, all that sort of good stuff or bad stuff, there is one thing that I really want to highlight that Infinity Ward always does well and did well in Infinite Warfare. The guns. Every single time I play this game, I never feel like I have enough creator class slots in order to use all of the weapons that I really truly do want to use. I don't want to stop playing this game when I'm actually having fun with it because there's always the next weapon that I can use. I think we have incredible balance here in Infinite Warfare. I do feel like there should be some more weapons, and I am positive there will be more weapons by the time the year's over. However, I really like the assault rifles and SMGs and LMGs, and I haven't given too much time to the sniper rifles, I'll admit, and I do enjoy the shotguns, though I feel like the maps kind of lessen that effect, and I feel like they could use just a smidget more range, because if it's not Frontier, then you're really not going to be shotgunning. But anyway, just talking about the weapons, when it comes to the ARs, we have the NV4, which is basically like the ACR. A lot of people think it's overpowered. I don't think so. I just think it's really easy to use like the ACR was. The R3K, now this is a bad example. I think this gun deserves a whole lot more love than it's getting. It is a horrible, horrible gun, and it stands out as a horrible, horrible gun, and it needs to be buffed. It needs to be buffed. The rate of fire, the damage, the range, something, any one of those three things to any extent is going to help out the R3K. The K-Bar is absolutely fantastic. If you guys remember Modern Warfare 3, it was like the CM901, a really solid rate of fire with a little bit more recoil. It's not going to be good at far ranges like the NV4 or even the Volker, the Type 2, but when you're like trying to do some SMGing with an assault rifle, this is your gun. This is a fantastic gun for Skydock. I absolutely love using this gun for Skydock. It's a fantastic weapon. The Type 2, it's overpowered on PC when you use the Akimbos, because this is basically the FMG9s from Modern Warfare 3, and the Type 2 is a huge rate of fire with a really low damage but consistent recoil. If anything's the ACR, it's kind of like this. The Volk is the AK, and it just functions just like the AK. It's fantastic. I think the recoil is a bit too much. I think it needs to be more predictable and less random, but that's just me. Moving on to the SMGs, the ERAD is a great solid gun. The FHR, the FRH, whatever that second weapon is, it's a great P90-like weapon. The Karma, the Vector with the two different magazines where you can stop reloading mid-reload because you have two clips and you've already reloaded one. That comes in handy so often. It also gets you kills somewhat, but it's kind of a give and take. The RPR, the Ripper, is amazing. It's fantastic. The HVR is sort of like the R3K. It has a low rate of fire, and it's like a 4-shot kill, which is really a bad combination. It's really a not good SMG, but you can still do some work with it. But what really surprised me is the LMGs. The Raw, the Mauler, and the Titan are all fantastic weapons, and they do a really good job. The only downside is going to be the movement, because in such a fast-paced game like Infinite Warfare is, you are sort of at a disadvantage. And I think we all know the standard shotguns. You have the Reaver, which is a semi-automatic Bulldog. We have the Banshee, which is a pump action that needs to be buffed. The DCMA, which doesn't do enough damage, and the RAC-9, which doesn't have enough damage or range to get consistent one-shot kills. And I haven't really used the sniper rifles except for the EBR, which in assault rifle mode, it's a little bit weak, but for sniper, it's pretty good. It's like the Barrett 50 cal, where you'll get some hit markers here and there, but it's a high recoil semi-automatic weapon. But on top of all of this, just solid weapon balance, and it's not just the weapon balance, it's like the reloads, it's the way the weapons look. They feel grounded in reality, just altered a little bit to be more futuristic, and I feel like these guns are something that we can look back on and be like, yeah, I loved using the K-Bar, the Type 2, that was such a cool weapon. But on top of all of those characteristics, the sounds of the weapons, they do sound really good. The K-Bar especially, I really like the K-Bar, how that sounds, and the FHR and the Ripper have a really sharpness to them where it just cuts through them. You feel like you're dishing out some metal here, which is pretty good. But on top of all of that, we have a different type of weapon. We have a different type of bullet projectile. We have energy weapons, which is very, very interesting. Infinity Ward managed to push the envelope and innovate on such a basic thing as bullets. The shooting part of first-person shooters, they managed to innovate on that, which I think is fantastic. Energy weapons, the downsides of them is that they don't penetrate. However, they do bounce, they do ricochet, which is incredibly unpredictable and sort of random, which, you know, people have their thoughts about that. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. But more importantly, they will regenerate ammo from your already stowed away ammo into the clip itself, which is absolutely fantastic. It's such a little thing that it makes a nice difference, and it's one of those things where it changes the dynamic of the weapon ever so slightly to make it unique and different. The Type 2 would just be a different weapon, or it would be I guess that's the best way of putting it. It would just be another different weapon here in Infinite Warfare, but because it's an energy weapon, you can shoot 1 or 2 bullets and just wait. You don't have to reload, you don't have to worry about stuff, you can just let the ammo regenerate, and that's freaking cool. It's such a shame that these weapons have to be in Infinite Warfare, because these are a great solid group of weapons in a very, very, very bad Call of Duty game, which is just unfortunate. But I thought I would make this video and share with you guys kind of my love and my passion for these weapons. And I didn't even talk about the secondaries. I haven't used many secondaries. Got the Launcher's Gold though. That's a video that I want to make soon here. But that's what I've got for you guys today. What are your thoughts on the weapons? I know everything else is kind of, well, bad, but tell me your thoughts on the weapons. Are they good? Are they bad? Do you like them? Do they have character for you? If not, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.